All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Darshan Kendrick with Darshan Speaks, and I am the founder here with Mr. Matthew King, who is going to discuss some exciting things with us today. Of course, Darshan Speaks is a coaching firm that transforms growing companies into investor ready and attractive companies to investors. We use business coaching and legal consulting in five key business areas. So, all that information will be in the description section of this video. But I want to go ahead and get started so we can bring on our special guest so they can tell us about the wonderful things that are happening. Matthew, if you can go ahead and briefly introduce yourself and your company to our audience that's watching.
Aloha, Deshaun. Deshaun, forgive me if I said it incorrectly. My name is Matthew King II. I am the founder and managing director of NMG Ventures, LLC. It's a venture company that heavily leans into investing into and developing strategic relationships with BIPOC, LGBTQ, and women entrepreneurs. In the last 12 months, I've been actively working on several projects, but the one that I'm looking forward to discussing with you today is about our growth mindset program. It's a new program that we recently launched, and the intention of it is to provide very good, beyond good, great strategic support to BIPOC and women entrepreneurs who would be interested in participating in our program. Our program also entails that we create joint venture partnerships with all of our participants and focus on establishing an AI e-commerce driven business whose goal is to generate no less than $600,000 in income annually from this joint venture business. So we're very excited to bring this to the marketplace. I am very, very happy to also announce that you have graciously agreed to be one of the mentors in the program as well over the course of the year. So I do deeply appreciate your consideration and willingness to provide your very valuable time to be a mentor. And I sure hope that our program is, provides you with great value and long-term alignment as well. So again, thank you for that, Deshaun.
No problem. And before we go into some more substantive questions, I know that you are calling in from Hawaii, which I've had the pleasure of going to, and it's a beautiful place. But tell us a little bit about why you decided to live, work, play there, and start this business there. Tell us a little bit about maybe the business environment in Hawaii.
So absolutely. Hawaii for sure is a very special place in the world. And beyond just the world knowing it is paradise, I would dare to say that the physical location of Hawaii is quite extraordinary because it lies along the equator. So whether you're a spiritual person, a religious person, no matter what your belief system is, I would strongly suggest that there is something very, very, very powerful and energetic about the lands of Hawaii because of, again, where it's located physically on the face of the earth. Then when you combine that with the deep cultural values and appreciation that Hawaiians in particular, Native Hawaiians, and I would dare to say the majority of residents who may not have been born or raised in Hawaii, but who have lived here a very long time, has also come to experience firsthand the radiant energy that is generated by being in Hawaii. And so that has become a very, very valuable asset, I think, to all beings. And part of my goal is even though the majority of the world will not be able to make it to Hawaii, my goal is how to recreate that same exact feeling to be experienced in virtual reality and mixed reality technology. So what brought me to Hawaii is that I was looking to do some business through my company, MK Capital Resources, as well as NMG Ventures, to provide funding for businesses in need, but also to identify any potential businesses that felt aligned with my mission and that I would be able to acquire. And so a business that I was able to acquire, and the process is still being completed, is a business called Soaring Over Hawaii. And Soaring Over Hawaii was an entertainment experience in which they created a proprietary cinema film for technology called 4DX. 4DX is technology where the chairs in the cinema move back, forward, left, right. Mist comes out of the chair, wind blows out of it. It's something that you would probably be familiar with if you've been to Disney or Universal Studios and experienced one of their immersive rides. But there are cinemas around the world as well called 4DX, and so I was very blessed and fortunate to be able to identify that as an opportunity. And once I did more research and better understood the magnitude of the beauty and radiance of being in Hawaii, its culture, its healing properties, and improving one's inner being, right? Again, it doesn't have to be about being spiritual or religious. However, many spiritual and religious persons gravitate to that as well. So, but for us with our principle at NMG Ventures is that our goal is to build the mindset of all to strive for becoming the best that they can become. And Hawaii has been a very, very valuable strategic asset to that mission. And so it's for sure part of my goal is if anyone participates in the growth mindset program, our first gathering is actually here in Hawaii that's scheduled for September 22nd to October 1st. And that's part of our what's called Embarkation. So HEMRATCATIONS.com. And that will also provide information on that experience that's attached to our growth mindset.
Well, thank you so much for that. And like I said, Hawaii is a wonderful, wonderful place, and hopefully some people will be able to join you in the fall in Hawaii. So the next two questions I'm going to sort of try to combine together as we approach the 15-minute mark. So tell us a little bit more about why artificial intelligence, what opportunities you see in that area, and then why specifically artificial intelligence with the passion around really serving the LGBTQ community, women, Black founders, underserved representatives, which is something that I do for my firm. So if you can combine those two and tell us a little bit about why AI specifically, and then why AI for those underserved group of founders.
Great question, and thank you for that, Deshaun. Why AI? Oh my. AI is game-changing for all, not just our business, but I strongly suggest that AI is going to impact all of our lives. And I would highly encourage people not to be afraid of it, but to lean into understanding it and using it as a technology tool, not as a replacement of human beings, right? Not as a replacement of our thinking or our creativity, what AI really does is gathers all of our intelligence and ideas that we feed it and help us organize it in a more universal manner, I would strongly suggest that appeals to all human beings, right? It does take out some of the biases that we have inherent in humanity, but I would dare to say some of those biases, unfortunately, also make its way into AI because it's ultimately human beings that are still giving AI the data to organize for. So that being said, it also provides an opportunity, again, for all human beings to use it. And equally important to me and what's very passionate to me, very similar, I believe, to you, being that we're both identify ourselves as being Black Americans or African Americans or a person of color or part of the BIPOC community. And I think, as we know, just globally, that's been one of humanity's travesties to have racism, period, classism, period, right? And I would say that with the use of AI, it sort of can make everybody a bit more equal. It can for sure make businesses and those that are using the technology more astute, more efficient. And so I'm deeply committed to using this technology to help humanity, to help build our businesses, and especially to help those that have been underserved for a very long time, which we are a part of that community, right? And so it's not to neglect anybody else, but it's to say, hey, we're a part of that community that's been at a disadvantage for a long time. However, right, our skill sets can help us improve, change, and evolve. And that is a big part of my mission with this program as well, is to share that with the world. And I mean, I think if anybody just watched a bit more YouTube, less of the stuff that's non-productive and that's educational, that you can learn about AI and how to start a business using AI. It's incredible. It is quite incredible. So I'm 100% committed to providing participants in our program with all of the resources and knowledge to help us evolve and use this strategically as a tool, improve our lives, to build wealth and create powerful, impactful memories for ourselves and our families and our loved ones.
And leading back to our last question here, and thank you so much for that, because I think it's really, really important to connect the dots between the opportunities that we have and the underserved community. So the last question I would ask is, how can people get involved with your program? Like, what is some call to action items, either contact information, website, whatever that is, that you need for people to do right now after viewing this video? What do you want them to do?
Oh, awesome. Thank you for that, Deshaun. So I would love for people to go to our website, which is NMG Ventures, which nmgventures.com. And if you click on the menu button, you'll see the growth mindset program button there. And if you type in GMMT after nmgventures.com, that'll take you directly to the website as well. And I will share my direct contact number as well, even though that there's a business number on there. I for sure welcome for anybody to contact me. Ideally by WhatsApp is my preferred method of communications, and my number is 1-646-504-3755. And my direct email is nmgventures@gmail.com. So the same name as the website is the same name as our email. And last day for registration for our 2023 cohort is August 15th. But we do encourage everybody to try to reach out, inquire, ask questions before the end of July 31st. It is a limited capacity program for our first cohort, which is up to 30%. And we have about a half a dozen now. So I welcome the questions for people to call, to email, and get in contact as soon as possible if they are interested in really taking their lives and evolving their business to a whole nother level and using AI in that process and being surrounded by a great group of growth minds, like-minded mentors and joint venture partners.
Thank you for explaining that. So I'll also put the website in the description of the video as well, so you can check that out. But thank you so much, Matthew King with NMG Ventures, for telling us about all things AI and serving our underserved communities. And hopefully we'll see some people who are on here in Hawaii in your program, and they will be able to reference this short video that we had, just introducing you to my network of people. But thank you, Matthew King. I appreciate it. And if anybody is interested in more information, just go to his website. Obviously, if we can be of service at Darshan Speaks and you're looking to raise investor capital within the next 12 months, then we are your business coach / legal consultant. So reach out to us as well. But thank you again, Mr. King. And everyone have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Aloha.